Hello YouTube, Pinchio8 here. Welcome back to the N-Scale High Iron, where we have now transitioned from old steam engines to modern freight train mode. We are currently looking at 4 very unique freight locomotives called an AutoRack. These were manufactured by Intermountain, who actually inherited company Fox Valley Models to make these beautiful models. And later on, we're going to check out the locomotives that will be pulling them, which includes by Bachmann, a CSX CW40-2, and a CSX CW40-8 or -840CW. Because our train cars are on the track, I'm going to get a start with them. So, I gotta tell you, these are the most amazing high-quality auto-carrying cars I've ever seen since micro trains. I have 4 of them with 4 road names. This one up front I have is CSX. Behind it is Norfolk Southern. And then over here would have been BNSF from the old Santa Fe. And then over there says FNCS. There are several other road names I can get eventually if I wanted to make this train a little longer. But at the time I got these, I could only get 4 of them at a time. These kind of are expensive to start with, but other than that, these are very, very high quality models. And if you were able to see with a little tiny bit better lighting, believe it or not, you could actually see right through them. Yep, I can see the other side of everything right now. Is this not the most detailed kind of AutoRack car you have ever seen? Of course, my other favorite modern diesel company, Scale Trains, is working on their rerun of N-Scale AutoRacks as well. I'll probably get a few of them as well, so I can have my own N-Scale CSX AutoRack train. Alright, now we're gonna take a look at some Bachmann CSX locomotives, if the camera just focuses. So this is a GP40-2 and a CW40-8. Now I will tell you, I like the -8 series of locomotives in CSX's roster. However, they are really showing age. Several of them have definitely already been retired since 2017, while a small number of them have actually been re-entered into service for the time being, as they are definitely needed out on the CSX main line. However, I actually noticed one flaw on this Bachmann model of it. Let me switch it to the front. Now, if you look very closely here at the Bachmann model of it, if you look really closely, the main headlight is actually right up there at the top. And the reason why I say that's a flaw is because normally that's what Norfolk Southern would have on their big GE diesels, not CSX. CSX would have normally had it right here on the nose. However, when I did a little bit more research about the CSX CW44-8, or better yet, -840CW, I've actually found out there actually are quite a few of those with the high-mounted headlight in the fleet. As it turns out, when you see one of those with high-mounted headlights, those are actually ex-Conrail -840CWs. Because, yeah, Conrail was definitely inherited long ago by CSX. Even Norfolk Southern had their share of inheriting old Conrail engines, which I think is why Norfolk Southern enjoys having the headlight mounted on the top of their GE locomotives, rather than the nose like CSX, Union Pacific, or BNSF. But either way, I still think that that's a little bit of a design flaw. So if I had to rate this locomotive on a scale to 1 to 5, or a railroad spike of 1 to 5, I'd have to say this is a 4 out of 5 spikes. Because the headlight design is totally incorrect, I find, by having it up top instead of down on the nose like that. But I will take it if Bachmann is definitely modeling a CSX CW40-8 or CW40-8 as an ex-Conrail locomotive. So, history does go way back for these locomotives. They were definitely the prime power you would see on the CSX main line, but they were built around the 1980s or 1990s. And I like them. I'm glad that some of them have been re-entered into service like that, while others are being stored in yards, probably awaiting to be scrapped, sadly, all in favor of the GE GEVO series. Rather, it's in the Tier 3 or Tier 4 design. And then this locomotive, the GP40-2, was normally used as a yard switcher. And of course, this locomotive would have been powered by a 3,000 horsepower engine. I thought it was 4,000 because of it saying 40. No, it's 3,000. The predecessors, the GP38-2, would have had probably a 2,000 horsepower engine. Although one thing to tell you about the Jeep series in CSX, from the GP38 to the GP40, and also the SD40-2s, is that they've been rebuilt into a -3 variant. Of course, Scale Trains is if you heard of the company Scale Trains, they're mostly modeling the SD40-2s with CSX into their popular -3 variant. I'll show you what that looks like someday. In fact, for the first time ever, coming in January of next year, for the first time ever, we're going to see those in N scale. I'm sure CSX still has a few of these GP40s still in the -2 configuration. But I think we're going to start with the bigger engine, which will be the CW40-8. And in the end, I'll have both locomotives take turn pulling this string of 4 AutoRacks cars. I hope they can do it, because this is a lot tighter of a radius curve. And I'm not sure if the couplers will be able to, well, pivot with each other. But before we try, I'm going to show you how to control these engines. So we'll start with the CW40-8. It's really cool sounding. Okay, so now that it's on the track, we just got to apply track power with the Easy Command Control Center. And hear it roaring to life. Going into function mode, number 10 activates the headlight on the top, as well as those low number boards. So I'm going to do what James Wright would have done, show you how to work the sounds by number key. I'll start with the horn. Number 2 is a long horn. Number 3 is a short horn. Number 1 is the bell. Number 4 is what's known as the dynamic brakes. And I don't want to hear that sound while I'm running this for you guys. And one of the cool things I found out about the number 5 and 6 keys on the Easy Command Control Center is that they do something what's called drive hold. It can be done with Scale Trains locomotives in HO and N scale. However, that requirement is done either on the MRC Prodigy Elite or the NCE Pro Cab. But with Bachmann, I don't know how, but it's really cool. So let me explain drive hold. What you're going to hear is how the motor revs up from notch 0 all the way up to notch 8 and how it'll sound. And it won't even go anywhere. So we're going to do that by pressing number 5. You could just imagine the locomotive would start to go pretty fast. Alright, hitting the number 6 key, we're going to bring the speed steps down. And so this is how it would sound at idle, and also how it would sound when the locomotive is turned off. So as you keep pressing the 6 key, it notches it down. It also gives you the sound when the locomotive would shut down. Then when we hit the 6 key twice again, it'll start it up. Oh, I only had to press it once. Because it's just that when I did do a test drive on these locomotives, and when I did, apparently, well, I had to press the 5 and 6 key twice to do the startup and shutdown procedure. So what do you say I give you some footage of how it looks while it's running? Now reverse. Alright, and that was the Dash 840 CW. Now I'm going to show off the GP40-2. Alright, here it is on the track, number 6001. Now before I apply track power, I hope my mom doesn't start complaining because she is doing her work at home job right now. She will be off very, very soon. Apparently, when I did do some test runs long ago before starting this video, unfortunately, my mom's not a big fan of how the engine sounds in this thing. Although, when I did do a test drive, I'm glad I didn't hear her complain. I did tell her I'm doing the video, so hopefully as long as she ignores the sound, everything will be good to go. So, alright, so I'm gonna apply track power, get this thing started. Yeah, I have heard sounds like this before on the train simulator, better known as Trains 2006. Apparently, one thing I have to agree on when it comes to this kind of engine, it almost sounds a lot like a jet airplane. I think it's pretty cool. Alright, we have a cab interior light and a headlight activated. The horn and the bell actually sound different, so here's a long horn. Short horn, bell, prime mover, actually dynamic brake. Alright, let me do some drive holding, starting with the 5 key. Notch 1, notch 2, notch 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, Now we bring it down. Subtract. Notch 8, notch 7. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So yeah, apparently double tapping the keys is what makes it work on the Jeep 40. Now I'm going to tap the 6 key, and you'll hear how it sounds at shutdown. And that's it. We're going to turn on the engine. Now to show you the engine in motion. Alright, gonna bring it back. Oops, wrong direction. I guess I didn't hit it right. Here we go. Yeah, when I bring my throttle on the control center or transformer, this thing stops on a dime. Okay, well, we're gonna see if both locomotives are capable of pulling this string of AutoRacks. We'll start with the CW40-8. Alright, everything's all hooked up. Let's hightail it out. I meant to say TFM, my bad on that. Yeah, there are no ditch lights on this engine, sorry. Okay, now for the Jeep 40. Alright, we got our Jeep 40-2 in the 3,000 horsepower engine activated. That's what sound that is. Now, one of the cool thing about yard switches is that I can have it pull this train in the forwards position like this, or in a reverse position, or in modern train talk, long hood forward. So we're going to see it run like that a couple of times. Although I'm not going to double head with the CW40-8 like I did with the steam engines, because I think steam engine double headers are fun. So we're going to have them do it separately. So we're going to do it with this engine as of now. Starting up function mode, turning on our headlight and cab light, and let's go. I meant to do short horns. Alright, well I think this will just about conclude the video, so I changed my mind and decided to put locomotives on the track like this just for fun, and this time with their motors on. So I hope you enjoyed it. 2 Bachmann modern CSX diesel locomotives with only a string of 4 AutoRacks, so I guess you kinda can say this is like a yard job. Eventually I'm gonna pull out some bigger curves and everything, and probably even get a special track to start a N-scale layout and everything, and we'll see some fun running sessions like that with both modern diesel or steam engines. But yeah, we're gonna enjoy that. So, thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. Until next time, trust the process, do what you love what you do. I am Pinch08, getting ready to sign and pinch out. Until next time, out on the high iron, take care. Surprise. See you later.